say anything about the gathering and why you're here?
I think it's addressing a lot of issues that are very, very essential for our long-term sustainability, and about time, I say.
Thank you. Want to say why you're here today?
Because we're concerned about the environmental and social effects of rapid population growth and on our environment and our wildlife, and the ABC predictions that our population will explode in Australia and double by 2075. It's just not on, and we're here to make a stand.
Well, thank you, Sheila. I think it's obvious that Australia is heading towards a terrible catastrophe, not just because of population growth, but because of the way in which it is being done. It's being done in a way that, even if we could, in time, build the infrastructure necessary, the people that are running the country choose to sort of cram people in before they can even build the necessary schools, freeways and structures. I mean, it's another argument as to whether or not Australia can sustain twice or as many people. I think the evidence is that it can't, but even if it could, the way we're going about it would have to be disastrous.
I was part of the student generation that campaigned against the White Australia policy, and probably the most popular slogan, the most popular banner was "White Australia policy stinks." But the second most popular was "Control, not colour bar." And I think we didn't dream, our student generation then did not dream that we would have a country that would give up control of its immigration policy, basically, and its numbers, and that we would see such damage being done to our environment and other aspects of our lifestyles as we are now seeing. So it makes me quite cross if people suggest that I'm a racist, because anti-racism goes back to my very roots, and I think that you've set this out extremely well. So, and I guess I would also say that as a minister councillor, I'm frequently in planning committee meetings, preliminary conferences, where people are complaining about, a 10-unit development in their street, or what we're getting now is 9, 10 and 12 stories down in Kingston. And I say to people, this is the pointy end of the population debate. And of course, a lot of those, we heard at a meeting recently, up to a third of the buildings on South Bank are empty because they're being purchased by people overseas in order to improve their qualification for residency. So I just wanted to say those two things from the beginning and end to support this resolution. Thank you.
Yes, I've just come from Malakuta, and the local residents there are very, very angry about the Bastion Point development. Bulldozers are getting stuck into half a kilometre of tea tree habitat.
And who authorised this?
Victorian State Government, with the approval of the Orbost Council, the local council.
So is that one of the reasons you're at this event?
Oh, no.
organised?
I'm here because I'm a member of the SPA.
Oh.
And I'm very concerned generally about destruction of the environment and the population pressures for growth.
Well, do you think Bastion Point is succumbing to those population
Of course,
pressures?
yes. The government wants to increase tourism and local business and bring in tourist coaches.
Life is more and more costly, isn't it?
It's destroying the local environment. People have gone there because it's very quiet and undeveloped, and the government wants to push us in the opposite direction.
It's also destroying local democracy, isn't it?
Oh yes, completely overridden. Justin Madden completely overrode the commission he set up to inquire into it. The commission recommended that it not be a big development.
Yes.
And he dismissed them and overrode them and approved this.
Hey, what brought you here, Debbie Wall?
Well, I think it's about time we all joined the dots on population and understood that until we get our act together on our impact on the planet, we're never going to get our act together on loss of species and loss of farmland and loss of amenity in our suburbs. So I'm here to join the dots.
And you've come all the way from Dromana to North Melbourne on a Sunday to do this.
Well, it's pretty important, isn't it, saving the planet?
Like so many other people have travelled a long way. Thanks, Jenny.
I want to talk about the East-West link, which is one of the biggest environmental disasters to hit Melbourne. What is in process now, the government has opened up to the public, and you might think it's a sham consultation process, to make a comment. They've issued a comprehensive impact statement, which is supposed to cover the impacts of the East-West link. It doesn't actually, but it goes some way to covering, alerting the main problem. It's going out to thousands and thousands of people. They're receiving enormous numbers.
Excellent person to watch is David Attenborough. Last night on Channel 10 TV there was a great documentary on Africa, and it just showed how Africa is faced with many of the similar problems that Australia is facing. They're having more and more of Africa is being populated by more people. The suburbs are expanding. Wildlife natural habitat is being taken up by farms and by roads. And as these roads are built, the elephants are no longer able to get across the road, or they get killed going across the road. Similar things are happening to kangaroos in Australia. So in many ways Africa is undergoing similar problems to Australia. So we really have to confront these problems. He proposed a solution. It wasn't an ideal solution, but at least it would save the lives of a lot of elephants. And that is, they should build underpasses underneath these roadways, and they should do the same in Australia. You know, building roads all across Australia and not thinking of how the possums and kangaroos who are used to travelling across will get across. It's just so selfish and inconsiderate. And we've got to put our foot down and demand that none of our elected leaders ever again allow this criminal neglect of our wildlife to continue. And you just tell the leaders that it's just not good enough. There's a lot of other issues that I think are also a concern to the people who live in this country. You know, employment, maintaining decent living standards, having public control of amenities which are vital to our well-being. But we need to also look after our life support system. Ultimately, these possums and kangaroos and smaller creatures are necessary to maintain biodiversity, which human beings too need. Now, if we lose all that, then ultimately the future of humanity is very grim indeed. You know, we're looking at ourselves becoming extinct if we don't save the lives of the possums and the kangaroos and the platypuses.
Thank you very much.